Hello, everyone. My name is Bing Mei. I'll introduce to you the Integrator reliability analysis, which is one of the various analysis options on the autopsic app. Student products, such as essays and other written or oral performances, are in some cases assessed by multiple raters, examiners, or judges. It is important that the estimate of students' ability reach some minimal level of agreement. One way to check for the consistency of marking is to estimate the level of Integrator reliability from a set of data. Here, we will use some example data with students as rows and raters as columns. Each element represents a score assigned to the student for their performance. Hence, there are 20 students and 3 raters. However, this could be any number of raters and students. To do the Integrator reliability analysis, first, we upload the data to the app. Then, we define the scored topic. For example, in this case, we define it as essay performance. After that, we describe the focal group. In this case, we can define it as an IS grade 5 student. Next, we specify the model. There are 2 options, one-way and two-way model. The one-way model is not so common. This would be used when each student is judged 3 times by random raters. The two-way model is more common. Here, in this case, each rater has a fixed identity and made themselves by bias. Therefore, we choose the two-way model. Then, we choose the type. There are 2 options, agreement or consistency. It may be that some raters are very lenient and some are harsh. If this is not of concern, and it is more important to focus on the consistency of the rank order of the students, then choose consistency. If you want to account for how lenient or harsh the raters are, then we can select agreement. As for the unit, this depends on how we assess the students. If we plan to use the average results of the 3 raters of a student's final result, we can select the average. If we plan to use the result from a single particular rater as a final result for the student, we can select a single. In this instance, we select average. The ICC estimate normally ranges between 0 and 1. Anything above 0.40 is considered acceptable. We can also select a confidence interval for the ICC estimate. For example, for an estimate of 0.60, the confidence interval may range between 0.55 and 0.65. This means that if we were to do this study in a broader population, we could be quite confident that the true ICC in the population might range between 0.55 and 0.65. Let's leave this at 95% confidence interval, as this is common. Finally, we can write our notes in this text box. We can then click on Generate PDF and Spreadsheet Report. The report will be generated automatically. If we inspect the report on page 4, we see the technical summary. The ICC estimate value is 0.43, indicating that it's acceptable, but quite low. Also, a detailed description of methodology is also provided in the middle of the report. Finally, the ICC test 95% confidence intervals range between -0.37 and 0.746. This reflects the small sample size. In conclusion, the raters and the instrument tended to function at a minimum standard.